point is that, as I said earlier, employers, particularly in the construction industry, but others as well, recruit overseas in order to bring in a whole group of workers to destroy existing wages and work conditions. So Mike Ashley can bring in people for Sport Direct to be paid grotesquely low wages and appalling work conditions.
Here's the problem.
So we can deal with that.
Mr. Corbyn, a number of people in your own party have completely different views of how we should be regulating immigration. Keith Starmer says only allow people across borders if they have a job, not if they're looking for one. Two other leading lights in your party, Emma Reynolds, Stephen Kinnock, they want a two-tier system that admits highly skilled people for specific jobs but has a sector-based quota for lower skilled. Now, you're the leader, and today you've come out with this big new bold strategy. Which one of these are you going to go for? Because people need clarity about this.
I'm clear we're going to end the undercutting. I'm clear we're going to end the exploitation. I'm also very clear that the negotiations have not yet begun. And a crucial, absolutely crucial factor at the end of this is what is our economic and trading relationship with Europe at the end of the Brexit process? Because we're a country that exports, what, 60% of our goods to Europe. It's a huge trading partner.
You haven't really answered my question. You've got leading members of the party with specific plans. Do any of these subscribe to your view?
They've put forward fairly specific ideas. But
do you have one?
What I have is the ending of the exploitation and the undercutting.
I get that, but do you have a specific plan for how you will regulate immigration in Scotland? Because let's be honest, Brexit happened mainly because people were concerned about this very issue. They want to know from you, Jeremy Corbyn, if we're going to vote for you, what are you going to do about the number of...
At the end of this, there's going to be a decision to be made about access to European markets or not. If the EU, as is, says access to the single market requires the continuation of free movement, then there's a choice to be made.
Then what would you say to them?
I would say we have to end undercutting and exploitation. That would in turn probably affect numbers.
But would you then say, actually, I'm in favour of free movement?
Economically, we've got to be able to trade with Europe.
Here's the problem. You see, look, so today you say we're not wedded to the principle of free movement, but now you've just said, look, if the EU turn around and say, as they're bound to say, because they've all been saying it anyway, you can only have entry to single market if you have free movement, and you're prepared to stand there and say, in that case, I accept it.
The numbers would change a great deal, I suspect, anyway, if we had the operation of the Posting of Workers Directive, which, interestingly, is actually opposed by Central European countries, not Western ones.
But do you understand that you're sending a slightly mixed message? What you're saying today is we're not wedded to free movement, and you're being quite pro-post-Brexit, which is probably what you should be doing. But at the same time, the EU turn around, as they've already indicated, and say you can't have any entry to single market without free movement, you'd say, OK, in that case, I support free movement. It's a mixed message.
I'm saying that there's a big economic decision that's got to be made then. If we want to retain jobs in this country, we want to retain the trading nature of our economy and the ability to export to Europe, then a deal has to be done with the EU in order to achieve that.